Good morning. Welcome to Up to the Minute. I'm Todd Duplantis, and we're live at the HCCTV studios this morning on this Tuesday, June the 27th. Hard to believe the month's already over. Getting ready to move. It's the 4th of July. One person who's always excited about 4th of July is our own co-host this morning, Benji Escobar. And Benji, you got a somewhat of a long-ish weekend coming up. You excited about the 4th?
I am very excited about the fourth. Who isn't excited about the fourth? I love America.
Well, we're all excited. What does the 4th of July look like for the Escobar family?
So Fourth of the July for the Escobar family looks like me waking up, heading to the fireworks store, and spending about $200 on fireworks, which I probably shouldn't do because my mom always says,
Now,
"You're
tell me,
spending
wait,
your
just
money."
disclaimer: Benji doesn't live inside Harris County limits. Okay, so we're just going to throw that out there, right? Of course.
Sure, yeah.
Okay,
This is not incriminate ourselves, but
exactly.
and then we just basically grill some burgers or steaks, and we'll figure it out as we go.
Well, it sounds good. I know a lot of us will be doing that on the 4th of July. A lot of big things happening next week, celebrating our nation, and we actually get another extra day off. Hey, we want to thank everyone who's joining us here this morning. We're live on Facebook and YouTube at 10 a.m. every morning when HCC is in session, every weekday morning. But Benji, they can always catch us in social media and on HCCTV as well.
Yes, we are live on the Houston Community College District Facebook page, not HCC, but Houston Community College District. We're also on YouTube, Twitter, LinkedIn, and our own TV channel, HCCTV, where you can catch a rebroadcast of this show at noon, 5, and 10 p.m. Monday through Friday.
Okay, Benji, stick around because you're going to be talking. It's Tasty Tuesday, by the way, Benji. You got another restaurant idea, a place you can take your girlfriend. I know you're a big pizza lover, right?
I love pizza. Who doesn't love pizza? Come on now.
I know. Well, we got a new pizza place for you to check out. Joining us right now is Julia Doran. She's the co-owner and pastry chef of Tiny Champions. Julia, welcome to the show.
Hi, thank you for having me.
Now, we're looking forward to hearing about the Tiny Champions very soon. Stick around. We'll be with you in about 10 minutes.
Great.
Okay, we're going to kick things off. We've got a very special guest joining us now. Izzy Anderson is our Vice Chancellor and Chief Human Resources Officer. Izzy, welcome to the show. Good to see you.
Thank you. Thank you for having me. It's a pleasure.
Now, let's get right down to it because you've got some exciting news that the board approved just last week. In fact, right after it happened, I know you were texting me like, hey, can we get on Up to the Minute and talk about this? Tell us the exciting news.
Absolutely. Yes, we are so excited, so thankful to our board and, of course, our administration for supporting raises for everyone. So everyone gets a 4% across the board raise. That's full-time and part-time. And our faculty, who we love, also get an additional bid for a total of 7.5% for faculty, part-time and full-time.
Wow, part-time and full-time. That's incredible. That's some great news for everyone here at HCC because quite honestly, the past few years have been rough, for people getting back into the office and all that stuff. We'll talk more about that later. But I guess the big question everybody's wondering is, okay, that's great. When do these raises happen? I imagine with the new fiscal year, right?
Exactly. Yes, they will be effective starting September 1st. And so people will see that change in their salary September 15th when that first September payment is laid out. And let me just for faculty, faculty are on a different, they're on a step schedule. And so what it means for them is they will get advance a step, and then the rest of it is 5.5 movement of the entire range. And so it does equate to a movement of their step wherever they may be on the step, in addition to that one step movement, which signifies that year of experience.
So just to clarify, part-time and full-time faculty will both get the raises. Yes. Let's talk about the staff and administration. Who's eligible within staff to get these raises as well?
That's a really good question. So staff, full-time and part-time, get the 4% raise, and everyone's eligible so long as you did not have a 0 or a 1 in your PEP.
Okay. All right. And by the way, PEP, we'll talk about it later in the show. Yes. We always do the reminder. It's due by the end of the week, folks. So that's June 30th, make sure you get them done. I imagine you're saying get it done early right now.
Get it done. Get it in.
All right.
If you have any questions, reach out to TE. We're here to help.
Now, give us some examples of continuous improvement of the faculty, staff, employee experience, starting with career progression and growth.
Absolutely. So if you recall, we have done a series of culture labs, and we announced these at, now it was last spring at the convocation. We had Scott Tenenbaum join us, and he talked about the culture survey that was assessed. And through that survey, we heard loud and clear our faculty and staff say, you really need to do a better job of helping us progress our careers. And so we did a series of meetings with volunteers, both faculty and staff, and they give us a lot of great ideas about the need to really implement a structured and formalized process by which they have a sense of where they're going once they join us as employees.
Now, I know we're working under the PEP guidelines now, but are you rethinking the PEP framework and how that'll work maybe in next year or in the future?
We absolutely are. And that also is a result of the good work of our volunteer faculty and staff who joined talent engagement in a series of conversations around how we could do that in a more helpful way. And so we're revamping and rethinking that whole process to include the possibility of pay for performance, where, it's not just you get the evaluation and on you go, but actually how you're rated in your evaluation could make you eligible for an additional salary merit-based increase, not just the all across. And so you would really have an incentive for performance.
That's kind of a game changer, because I know a lot of corporations, a lot of companies are doing that now, and don't want to say bonus, but they kind of include it as, if you perform at a higher standard, you are subject to getting a bonus. Is that kind of what this is like in a way?
That is what this is like. And so let's just take this year as an example. Let's say that we had 4% across the board increases and an additional 2% eligible for merit-based. And so only if you were exceeding expectations or meeting whatever criteria we set forth, you would be able to get access to that additional 2%.
I know over the past couple of years, since the college started working in the hybrid fashion, there was a committee working on studying how hybrid is working and making some recommendations. And I know it was recently presented to the Chancellor's Executive Council. What does this mean for HCC's hybrid work of the future in this model?
So it's a really exciting time. And I think I really want to emphasize that HCC has been on the cutting edge and really a trailblazer in the fact that we haven't just returned to pre-COVID schedules. Unlike a lot of our neighboring institutions, we have maintained a level of flexibility. And I will tell you that practice has really set us apart, and it allowed us to do retention and recruitment in a way that others are really looking to us now and asking for how can they also implement that level of flexibility. So yes, there was a group that met and provided some feedback to the Chancellor's Council. If you recall, there was a conversation at the board level as well about hybrid work. And what I presented or what I shared with the board was, the hybrid work is really a model that recognizes a one-size-fits-all may not work. We know that not everyone can do flexibility at the same level, but we would like to really encourage all managers to start thinking about how they could insert some level of flexibility. It may not be an entire work from home, 3 days out of the week, 2 days out of the week, whatever that might be, but there's a level of flexibility that we really need to challenge ourselves to maintain, because it improves the quality of the employee experience. And I think that it's very doable. So we will be looking at that very closely this summer. Not sure if you remember, but there was an email that went out referencing that change. We do expect on or before September 1st, there will be an announcement about what that's going to look like for HCC. So
well, I know it's, when I talk to a number of my colleagues across the district who work for other institutions, and if you're attracting talent, having this type of model certainly attracts people, because I've had people from other colleges saying, wow, I want to come work for you guys. You seem to be more flexible in the way things are working. And it does mean a lot when other people see that. They kind of step back and go, wow, it seems to be working for you guys.
It makes a difference. And, studies do show that anytime you have a posting that includes the phrasing flexible or hybrid or anything along those lines, your ability to attract applications goes up at least by 8%. Just right off the bat, that phrase alone really attracts some top talent.
Izzy Anderson, she's our Vice Chancellor and Chief Human Resources Officer. Thanks for being here. Some exciting news that you have for us this morning. Great news to hear from you.
Thank you for all that you do.
All right, thanks a lot. We'll see you in the future. Let's move in a different direction right now. It's Tuesday. We've had some good news. Now we're going to get some more good news because it's Tasty Tuesday. And Benji, I know as I mentioned, you're a fan of pizza. Listen up in this next one.
I am a fan of pizza, and we're moving on to Julia Doran, co-owner and pastry chef of Tiny Champions. Welcome to the show, Julia.
Thank you. Thanks for having me.
Yeah, we're looking forward to learning more about what you call the best pizza in Houston. Can you tell us about your pizza to make that claim?
Yeah. Well, here at Tiny Champions, we make everything from scratch. And so we have a lot of control over our product and what we use. We've carefully sourced all of our cheese and tomato. So we make our pizza dough in-house. It is a sourdough pizza dough. It also uses some yeast. It goes for a 48-hour ferment. And given how simple pizza is, you really want to be able to taste all of the ingredients. Our tomato sauce is also fermented. Not a lot of people know that. It's not something we really talk about, but it brings out an incredible depth of flavor and acidity. And then we have 2 different kinds of cheese, of mozzarella that we use on it. And yeah, we ate a lot of pizza to make sure that we had it all dialed in and exactly how we want it.
Okay. So I know you offer more than pizza too. Can you tell us something about your other dishes?
Yeah, we sure do. In fact, there are a lot of people who come here maybe the first time they get pizza, but the second time they want to try other things, and we have lots of other things to try. So we have a great menu of salads. We have pastas. We actually extrude our own pasta here in-house. It's actually going in the background if you hear the pasta machine whirling.
Okay.
So we have pasta, risotto. We have a really great pork sausage on with some Spanish spices served over polenta. And then my favorite part of dinner is, of course, dessert. So we make all of our ice creams in-house. Our pizza and ice cream just go so well together. So the primary focus of our dessert menu is on a lot of ice cream, but there's also some non-ice cream options as well.
So awesome. And you're a neighborhood restaurant. Can you tell us where you're located? What makes you that local favorite restaurant besides having that great pizza there?
Yeah, we are on the east side of downtown at the corner of McKinney and Nagel in the 2nd Ward. So we're close to downtown. We're close to all the sports venues downtown, like the Dynamo Stadium and Minute Maid, and the Toyota Center. So it's all walking distance from those, which is great. Or if you work downtown. And we also are part of this really growing community here in the 2nd Ward. It's a real wonderful, eclectic mix. We got some artsy folks, we got some young folks, we got some working class Latino community here as well. So it's a great mix of people. And we're close to a couple colleges, U of H and HCC downtown. So yeah, we serve a lot of really different groups, and we pride ourselves in being a place that people can walk in and get a nice, tasty, affordable meal.
Okay. And do you have any vegan options at the restaurant there?
Yeah, we do.
Okay.
Even though we do have a lot of pizza and pasta, we also have a lot of gluten-free and vegan options. So if you yourself or someone you know or love is a vegan or a gluten-free person, there's plenty of things to choose from on our menu that they're not going to feel left out or like they're being shorted an experience.
Okay, and let's get closer to that. And eventually I'll ask about happy hour, but I've heard that you have some great cocktails and wine programs. Something for the adults. What do we have there?
Yeah, we have a great cocktail program. Our bar manager Alfonso is pretty incredible at what he does, and like the ethos of the restaurant. He makes everything from scratch. We also have a lot of great non-alcoholic cocktail options.
Okay.
We have 4 or 5 rotating ones on the menu that are great, that don't make you feel like you're missing out if you're not drinking alcohol. And then we have a very similar wine program to our sister restaurant down the street, Nancy's Hustle. We do a lot of natural wines, and we have it all. We have great beverage programs.
Yeah.
So it's a great place to kick back and either come after work and kind of kick back and have a cold one and some pizza, or if you want like a more well-rounded experience, we have that too.
Awesome. And now let me ask you about that happy hour. When is happy hour there?
Happy hour is a steal. I honestly don't understand why we're still doing it,
Okay.
because it's too good of a deal.
Okay.
Well, we have it on Tuesdays, Wednesdays, and Thursdays from 5 to 6 p.m. We do half off pizza. Our cheese, pepperoni, and greens pizzas are all half off.
Wow.
And then we also have great deals on beverages, beer, wine, cocktails. We do like a rotating happy hour $5 cocktail that gets made with the exact same kind of ingredients that we use in all of our cocktails. It's delicious and it's only $5. So we have a great happy hour program here.
Awesome. And earlier you were telling me about some of those dessert offerings that you had. Can you tell us a little bit more about those? Like with the pastry chef, who's in there?
So we have everyone loves this coffee sundae that I put on the menu, and I don't think I'm ever going to be able to take it off, but it's a scoop of coffee ice cream with hot fudge and fried to order brioche donut holes. It's so good.
Okay.
And then I also have just rotating scoops, and we also do pints to go if you want to take some of our ice cream home to go. We have a cookies and cream sherry, which is another thing that I don't think I'm ever going to have to take off the menu. And then actually one of my pastry cooks came up with this great basil ice cream with a blueberry caramel and a cinnamon oat streusel. That's also very good.
Okay, awesome. And finally, I know earlier we were also talking about the arrangement that you have with your sister restaurant, Nancy Hustle. Tell us about that.
Yeah, so Nancy's is just down the street. It's a couple blocks away. And I am a co-owner here along with Sean Jensen and Jason Vaughn. Sean and Jason also are owners at Nancy's Hustle. So yeah, we share a very similar kind of mindset and approach to food and dining. I think Nancy's is a little bit more of a fancier they would kill me for saying that, but they're a little bit fancier. We're a bit of a more casual neighborhood vibe,
Okay.
but we have a similar approach to food and work ethic in terms of just like creating a really welcoming experience for our guests, as well as we're proud of the food that we put out. We are cooks and service people ourselves, so we want to make sure that we're making food that we're proud of and proud to serve people.
And also a question: what made you open the doors to Tiny Champions? What brought the idea to you? What made you want to serve pizza and pasta and all those items? What's
I mean, it's such approachable food, and it's such a great canvas for having some fun with from our side. I think so Jason, who I work with here, and Taylor, our chef here, we all are first and foremost cooks that really like just experimenting and playing around, and pizza and pasta are approachable for people. Everyone knows what pizza and pasta are. But give us like a canvas to kind of play around and have some fun with, and with whatever is in season and whatever I don't know, sparks our creativity. So it's a great place and venue to be able to do that.
Yeah. And I know you were saying earlier, to me, I would say pizza and pasta is kind of like a comfort food. So it's, it's a good thing to have, in a menu.
And we've been open we opened up in the middle of the pandemic in November 2020.
Okay.
And I think that's when people were really shifting towards, like, as you said, comfort food, like food that they're familiar with and And we also, because it's pizza, we can do a nice to-go program, and we have a wonderful patio outside. I know it's very hot out right now, but we do have a patio outside for when it's a little cooler.
Yeah. So yeah, just lastly, just tell us information about Tiny Champions, address, where can we find you, social media, anything like that. Just go ahead.
Yeah, we are at 2617 McKinney Street on the corner of McKinney and Nagel in East Downtown. You can go onto our website, which is tinychampionshouston.com. We also have, we're not very active on Facebook, but we are very active on Instagram. I run the Instagram account. It's at Giant Losers, which is a kind of funny joke because it's the opposite of Tiny Champions. So we're at Giant Losers on Instagram. And yeah, look us up. We offer to-go food as well, if you do want to take some to go or eat outside somewhere. And yeah.
So, well, thank you so much, Julia Doran, co-owner and pastry chef for Tiny Champions. And we'll have all of that info on our post after the show. So thank you so much for being here.
Great. Thank you.
I think, Benji, you have to run over there during lunchtime today.
Yeah, I was thinking about that.
Pick up a slice. Yeah, I know. I know how you're.
I want to hit up the happy hour. If you're at 50, half off pizza, cocktails. Come on now.
Okay. Well, after you get off of work, yeah, you can do that.
Yeah.
All right. All right, Benji. Okay, we've got a few announcements to go before the end of the show. Upward Bound Tour of Coleman College is happening. Students interested in learning more about HCC's Upward Bound program can attend its campus tour this week. Upward Bound focuses on academic skills and field trips to universities and museums. 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. this Thursday, June the 29th, at HCC's Coleman College of Health Sciences. Check the HCC events calendar for more information. And the drama's GI60 Houston Summer Practicum is getting underway, Benji.
Yes, HCC will participate in the GI60 Houston, offering 2 in-person performances only. The HCC presentation will feature selected 1-minute plays from around the world brought to the stage by the HCC drama program summer 2023 practicum students. This will take place Thursday and Friday, July 6th and 7th at 7:30 at the HCC Southwest Fine Arts Center, Corley Black Box Theater, and it's going to be free. So just check out the post after the show for any registration info.
There is an IT Swift summer camp, STEM summer camp, I should say. It's time to schedule session 3 of HCC's digital and IT summer camps for middle and high school age students. The week-long camps include lunch as well. Very important. Session 3 is July the 10th to the 14th. It is featuring virtual reality and Apple Swift coding. That's right. Send the kids to a camp. We'll teach them how to code. They can come back and start messing with your computer. But no, they can really learn how to code at this. So it'd be really good. It's happening at the South Campus. Check our post after the show for registration info. Okay, Benji, do you know the difference between your and your?
Sure. Yeah, I do.
Okay. Well, this next announcement addresses things like that and more.
Yeah, get it right. That's you'll see what I mean by that in a little bit. How to improve your writing skills. HCC's Upswing Tutor / Student Lounge says that writing is an important thing to learn in college and beyond. Use these 7 skills to improve your writing. Have a strong beginning, be true to yourself, know your audience, use direct language, show, don't tell, read more, and have a strong ending. Check out our post after the show for more info and application forms.
Okay, if you want to go to HCC, you need to attend a virtual information session. We're making it easy for you because starting your higher education journey can be intimidating. HCC is hosting virtual information sessions twice a month to assist students getting registered for the summer and fall classes. HCC admissions advisors will help students apply, secure eligible financial aid, decide on education and career pathways, and connect with student support services. Check our post after the show for details. And fall registration is underway right now, along with the last summer session, Benji.
Yeah, fall registration has begun, but you can still register for some shorter, more intensive summer courses. All classes offer in-person and online options, such as online anytime, online on a schedule, hybrid, in-person, hybrid lab. To learn more about these HCC programs, start dates, and options to cover costs, please visit hccs.edu/apply. Again, that is hccs.edu/apply.
So tomorrow's Wednesday, Small Business Wednesday to be exact, and the winner of HCC's business plan competition will be here to join us and talk about that. And later this week, we're going to hear about ancient Coptic Egyptian church. And
Okay.
it is Global Coptic Day celebration. We'll hear about that on Thursday. So a lot coming up this week on Up to the Minute. Benji, of course, headed to Tiny Champions later today for happy hour and pizza, right?
Yeah, it is Tuesday. I might hit it up for happy hour. There you go. Have that
Well,
5
nothing
to
like
6
Pizza
time
Tuesday,
window.
right?
Yeah.
Hey, did you hear that? Did you know Taco Tuesday is a copyrighted term?
Apparently, I heard that it's like,
Yeah.
yeah.
Some company called Taco John's, which I've never heard of, but apparently they're popular somewhere, just not here. But
Yeah.
they own the term Taco Tuesday. So Taco Bell can't even use it.
Yeah, Taco Bell is America's favorite Mexican restaurant. Can you believe that?
Yeah, that's hard to believe too. Yeah. But hey, there you go, folks. All right, Benji, we'll see you next week, and we'll see all of you tomorrow morning live right here at 10 a.m. for Up to the Minute.